information and whatnot.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, I agree.
It's scary. The Patriot Act is a scary deal.
Yeah, I think particularly here in America, people feel like it's okay to spy on my neighbor, but don't spy on me because I don't trust him, but you should trust me. And so it's a sort of a paranoid thread that kind of goes throughout the movie, and I think goes throughout our daily lives now, because technology is so much a part of our life, and we love our technology. We love our phones, we love our credit card scans, we love doing things online, but it's inviting Big Brother into our lives.
So how do you think we can protect ourselves from that?
I don't know if there's much you can do. Technology's at a point where it's not like you can turn back the clock. I think acceptance is really, there's nothing you can really do. You know, the fact that your ADT security box in your house can be activated and that microphone can be used to listen in on every conversation you have, or the OnStar computer in your car has the ability to shut your car down on the freeway. Somebody in Michigan can press a button and shut your car down, you know, when you're in a whole other part of the country.
Or your cell phone. Your cell phone could be off, but the FBI can be listening to you and activate your microphone only. So I don't know what you can do to get away from it. It's just part of who we are now in the culture. And it's only, I think, you know, if we had this conversation in 5 years, it would only be worse.
So the technology that is in the movie, it can actually happen, like today?
It's very real.
It's very real. It can all very happen. There's a slight bit of science fiction, obviously, about how all this information is being handled, but it's all very real, and it's all, we had a futurist and technology expert with us, so it's all very viable.
The movie revolves around a regime change. Do you think we need a regime change?
No. Does it revolve around a regime change?
It kind of does when you understand what's happening with our antagonist there.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think if you ask the majority of Americans today, no matter who they voted for, they probably would say it's a good time for a regime change. What do you think?
I can't have an opinion. Michael Jordan said Republicans buy sneakers also.
That's right.
It did. So.
Do you think the election, it's very timely for this movie to come out during the election? Was that influenced by the time?
You know, I don't know. It wasn't. I think slightly it was influenced. I think it's probably more to our advantage that the election is going to happen after the movie, and people, it's still on everybody's mind. But I think probably, like I said, depending on how you feel about how the last 8 years went, you'll have a strong opinion that, you know, maybe our antagonist in this movie is doing things definitely the wrong way, but maybe she has a valid point, or he has a valid point.
There's a lot of action in this movie. Was there any CGI? How is it to film all of that?
We tried to keep it real.
Yeah, it's very practical, considering. And it's a different type of action. You know, like, at least for me, Indiana Jones is sort of this slip on the banana peel type of action, and Transformers is this otherworldly sci-fi, stretch the truth as far as you can type of action. And this is a very candid, realistic action that I've never done this type of stuff before, and the way that the places that DJ put the camera was kind of hard to do anything but practical effects, at least from my perspective.
Yeah. There's most of it's done practical with a little bit of CGI help, and obviously there's a scene later on in the movie where we have a certain a Q9 Reaper flying into a tunnel that we're actually not allowed to do that, and so we kind of had to use a little CGI help there, but we tried to keep it practical, real, raw, and very visceral. You know?